I'll tell you what a freaking week so far. It's been insane. Let's kick this off.
Down in the studio, the mics are all hot. The Southern Fried Airways, a radio spot. Mayhem on the mic, the man with the plan. Got his amigos with him, a rockin' radio band. First up is TJ with a guitar in his hand, slanging out the riffs across the Dixie land. Oh, the Southern Fried Crew, loud and proud and true. With TJ, Mr. Smalls, Rhino and Stain, they see it through. Mayhem's Amigos, a brotherhood of sound. Best radio show for miles around. Then you got Mr. Smalls on the bass so deep, holding down the rhythm while the city sleeps. Got the low end rumble that makes the floor shake. Nothing but the music, for goodness sake. Rhinos on the drums keep the beat in time. Every crash and every rhythm a perfect rhyme. A powerhouse behind the kid, making sure it's tight, keeping the energy high all through the night. And they're staying on the other guitar with a style so fine. Adding his flavor, a rock and roll sound, from blues to heavy rock. He can make it all sing, a fiery hot lick. He's the king of the string. For the Southern Fried Crew, loud and proud and true. With TJ, Mr. Smalls, Rhino and Stain, they see it through. Mayhem's Amigos, a brotherhood of sound. Best radio show for miles around. Oh, the Southern Fried Crew, loud and proud and true. With TJ, Mr. Smalls, Rhino and Stain, they see it through. Mayhem's Amigos, a brotherhood of sound. Best radio show for miles around. So turn up the dial, let the music play loud. The Southern Fried Boys are standing tall in the crowd. Mayhem's Amigos on the radio, yeah, rocking all night long, without a single care.
Adam, where the hell are you at?
I am in a place in Wisconsin called Sun Prairie.
You're in Sun Prairie.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my God, I thought that area burned to the ground.
no, but their lack of sun was disturbing. There was
Right.
a
Well,
lot of-
yeah.
well, there was a lack of there was a lack of sun, and the fog was rolling in, so visibility went to like zero.
No,
real
yeah,
quick.
that's like visibility is like shit, you know.
Yeah. So it was safer to pull over and
Well, yeah.
just find a spot.
So what, y'all just decide to crash there and then you'll roll in the rest of the way?
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, I
We,
can't.
we, we figured we were going to stay in a hotel anyway for the night,
Right.
so we stopped a few hours early.
Well, I figured
So-
do the quick log in tonight. You know, you guys are on the road. I have a ton of shit to get done.
Something
And-
about being a college kid again.
Yeah, you know, I've been getting a lot of grief about that, right?
Right.
And I'm like, I did. All right. So, like, when you look at different people who go to college over the years, okay,
Okay.
and you have different groups. You know, there are people that go for their parents, there are people that go because, you know, they feel like they have to. There's all sorts of types that go to college.
Right.
I think the rarest group that's there is a group that says, I'm going because I want to.
Yeah.
I'm in that group. I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it, my career, the way my life is set, I really don't need to do this.
Now, let's face it, TJ, you got bored. So you're trying you've done as much as you can in your current job other than operate your own company.
Right.
So you're choosing something more challenging that piques your interest.
Yeah. So,
Either
and I've gotten bored.
Yeah. It's like either that or you got tired of people wanting to charge you money to diagnose you for your stuff and you just wanted to do it for free.
Well, I can do that anyway.
Yeah.
Perfect cure for me is called a Harley Davidson. Oh, wait, I have that.
Yeah, Crown and Coke helps,
Lots
After.
of guns.
After.
Who say anything about after? I mean, shit.
Well, I'm just trying to be safe for the listeners.
Okay, well, I'm not going to deny it. I've been on that thing when I've been bombed.
Yeah, and you also tend to go really fast when you're that way too.
Oh, slightly, but no faster than I could.
Yeah. It's all right though. You're still here.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
As much as Steve wishes that was not the case, I'm still alive.
Yeah. And he's just afraid that you'll outcook him at the barbecue thing when we have it in a few years. Which
Yeah, whenever
you
we
will. Yeah, I mean you will, but
I know what's going to happen there.
Yeah, exactly. That's Steve's tournament to lose.
Right.
Right now he's at like 95% loss.
Then he's got Smoker Mania coming up on April 20th.
Yeah.
And I got to admit, I'm not real sure of him retaining the title.
Yeah.
Although he feels like he's got it down, man. It's going to happen.
I just came up with a name for the bracket. For the bracket after. What if we called it the Ganja Gauntlet?
I don't know. Not a bad idea. We'll see what happens.
We'll figure it out. We have time.
But I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with Steve. Like he's been put out at me lately for some reason, and I don't get it. Like I did nothing to you, so I don't get it,
And I would think that the champion would show up from time to time on this show.
Well,
at least to talk smack to Rhino. I mean,
yeah, like Sunday is a perfect day for both of them, but it's also race season.
Yeah.
And you remember how last year during race season, it was very difficult to get him on a Sunday.
Yeah. Well, but he could be here.
He could be here tonight. Rhino's usually not in here tonight, it's almost like I've got to log in for the Buzz on Saturday to get anything stirred up and figure out what's going on. But like Rhino will flat look up and say, hey, wait a minute. This is a Mayhem event.
Yeah, Volk, he does.
Maybe he's still got the lady in his life. I hope he does.
Yeah, same here.
But like this, Smoker Mania is a Mayhem event, It's like, dude, you've got to recognize that this is owned by me.
Yeah.
And I need some participation on this show as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, not saying that he's anywhere close to this, but I'd hate it if he had to vacate the title.
Well, I mean, we're 6.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
I don't want to get to the last minute and then Rhino go, oh yeah, he forfeit,
Yeah. How disappointing would that be?
Oh, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck,
Yeah. And it seems like that would be a really empty win for Rhino.
Yeah.
That's not the way he wants to go down.
But I mean, at that point, because I pushed off so much that we're now going to build up over the course of the next year.
Yeah.
For this match, if he backs out, I don't have any choice. I would just have to box up the belt and send it to Rhino.
Yeah. I mean, we don't want a champ who no-call, no-shows.
And then I just end up doing a music show in my Southern Fried time slot. I'm actually preempting my Southern Fried show on April 20th to do Smoker Mania.
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
what better thing to do than to simulcast?
Right.
You know?
And I'm going to get some help getting that set up, but I'm actually preempting that to do Smoker Mania. That's, you know, that's why I'm like, man, I'm giving up a lot of the stuff that I like to do so you can defend your belt.
Yep. I'd hate to think that Steve isn't a champ that would defend the belt.
I want to say he is, but I'm like, I kind of want some interaction.
Yes, Volk, please do that on behalf of us. I'm sure TJ will probably.
Oh yeah, I'll be on there just giving him all sorts of hell if he forfeits.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of wondering if he's trying to forfeit now.
I don't know. But that's a discussion for off the air and stuff like that. At least on the other shows, does he shit talk at all?
I think he does on the Buzz once in a while. But like I really do hope he is okay. I'm actually let's set the bullshit aside for a minute and just be honest here. I'm actually concerned for the guy.
Yeah.
I know he's making most of his commitments on Southern Fried. Well, I probably could, Corey, but
yeah,
you know,
that's what I'm sure saying. We can find someone.
I've had that set for him, and the problem is, if he drops, then he's got to automatically vacate the title, and that's just bullshit, you know?
Yeah.
So that makes the next one a paper champion where Steve actually won it legitimately.
Yeah.
And that would make the next one a paper champion, which sucks.
I mean, if you're just doing a paper champion, fuck, I'll be the champion. Yeah. I don't smoke. You have to beat me.
Yeah, and anybody can pull that off. But you get what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, he's making most of his commitments on Southern Fried. I know he very rarely misses a morning disaster. Corey backed me up on that one, but I don't think he ever misses a morning disaster. Or if he does, it's rare. But like they haven't done Wake and Bake for 3 weeks.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd hate to think that Wake and Bake isn't happening because Steve is that afraid of Rhino.
But Wake and Bake hasn't happened in 3 weeks. They're doing the Saturday Night Buzz, and he's on for that. But I mean, I would think, like, all right, me personally, if I was going to miss a show, and as we have seen, because I can get on to the Buzz if I want to.
Yeah.
But me personally, if I'm going to miss a show, you'll notice that it's either going to be a Sunday afternoon because I have something going on, or it's going to be Saturday night. And more often than not, I miss the Buzz, and I do it on purpose.
You know, see, I don't have an excuse. I was off from like August until very recently.
But I generally do miss the Buzz on purpose. And it's because I've got to have time to go do my own shit too.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like being tied down to my desk all the time.
Yeah.
And with my schoolwork, I have been tied down to my desk like a fucking lot, you know? To the point that there are days where I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing a damn thing. Now, tomorrow, no, I've got to come home. I've got to read a bunch of shit, get a discussion in for my English comp. I don't have anything for that until after spring break. Okay.
Okay.
I've got to get started on my paper for my government class.
Okay.
I've got a bunch of stuff to read there. And then I've got 4 chapters in my psychology class. Not to mention, I've got 2 discussions, 2 quizzes, 2 assignments that I've got to wrap up. That's all got to be done by the 8th. Gee, thanks, Dr. Sims, for making it all due in 1 week.
I do think Corey has a good point here.
Yeah, I was just getting ready to get to that.
Yeah, I mean,
he is multiple times a day, multiple shows, and yeah, I want him to have time with his girlfriend. But that's what I'm saying. Like, to kind of follow through on my point, if I was to skip something for a day, it's probably going to be a Friday or a Saturday night. Especially my girlfriend's down here visiting.
Plus, we won't see you till the following weekend.
You might see me naked.
No, I won't, and I don't want it.
Or I might be sitting here doing a show in a bathrobe.
Yeah, no. I don't want you to essay my eyes, okay? So sorry. No.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I would probably, if she was down, let's say she flew in on a Thursday.
Okay.
I would probably do my Thursday night shows and, wrap them up, right?
Right.
But then I would preempt everything else because she's here so I could have time with my other half.
Yeah. You wouldn't be back on a show until after she leaves.
Probably not. And that would probably even be me going, Rhino, I need you to cover this Monday because she's here.
Yeah.
Maybe take off on the bike and roll up to Pootie's on Tuesday night or, whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, long and the short, if she's here, I'm not going to be paying attention to a whole bunch of internet stuff. Yeah, unless it's my schoolwork, I'm going to be enjoying time with her.
Yeah, you have something else to invest your time into, plus probably some other things.
Well, I mean, she and I talk 3-4 times a day. I know she's got a big day tomorrow. She said her phone's probably going to be off most of the day. I'm going to try to call her as I take off in the morning.
Okay.
After I get loaded up and get moving, because I know she's got a real busy day tomorrow.
Yeah.
But long and short of it is, if she's down here visiting, I'm going to be pretty well wrapped up in what's going on there. If I'm up there, because as things progress forward, and I know where she's going to settle in, I'm going to start making trips up there. And it, initially it's probably going to be once or twice a year. It's not going to be much.
Yeah.
Because when I look at that, for a trip like that, I'm flying there, renting a car, getting whatever I could stay in. I mean, I'm spending a buttload of money there.
Yeah.
Just for that trip. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
For her to come down here, that's a matter of I fly her in, I pick her up at the airport. We come here, I throw the keys to the car, so if she wants to get around, she's got that. In the meantime, I've got the truck and I got the bike.
Yeah.
I can drive the truck to work. I can ride the bike to work.
Yeah.
She'd have the car to get around.
Well, and in your spare time, you and her can take the bike.
Probably will.
Yeah.
More than likely, we would be on the bike quite a bit. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't have an issue with that, It's the opposite side. When I go up there, now I'm spending a lot more fucking money. At least until she gets out of the roommate situation that she's in right now, and she gets moved into her own place, which she had an interview today that sounds very promising.
Okay.
And if that all falls into place, God willing, then we're maybe a month and a half or 2 months away from her having her own place. And then the whole
Okay.
thought process around, oh, well, we've got to look at this and that and the other is kind of out the window. Cause then I call her, I'm flying in. She comes and picks me up the truck in her truck. I take her truck while she's at work.
Yeah.
And I'll go do what I've got to do. And I pick her up when she gets off of work.
Yep.
I mean, I've got multiple vehicles laying around. That's not even a thought, you know?
Yeah.
And then if I don't want to do anything or, considering that the interview she had is in Chicago, in all honesty, I can always take public transit.
Yeah.
And
That'd at least get you close to where she's at.
Or go, just do stuff. If I want to go downtown, I can always take public transit to get downtown.
Yeah.
But it's not the most important thing to worry about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But her current situation right now with the roommates, until such time that she goes, okay, yeah, now I've got enough. I'm going to get my own place. I ain't going to be in that mess.
Yeah, I don't blame you there.
Because what am I going to do while she's at work if I'm staying there?
I don't know. I mean, if you're up in Chicago, there are some things, but you have to have enough time to get back to her.
Right. But that's not what I'm getting at. What I'm getting at is the roommates.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all I need.
Yeah.
My other half going to work, and then one of her roommates coming in and going, ooh, give it to me. No, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna fly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the Southern Fried party cams right now, and I'm watching this, right?
Right.
And there's pickled chicken is on the party cam, and dude, he looks so goofy right now. Got his hood on, looks like he's freezing, and it looked like he was getting ready to lick his computer.
Okay.
He gets a shit-eating grin on his face. It's like, what the fuck, chicken? Oh, man.
It's in the Adidas bag over there.
Oh, there, Rhino just logged into the party cams again. But yeah, so that's like one thing that's been kind of on the mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Another thing is my school and keep my grades up. And of course, that's very important to me, as everybody's well aware. I've been busting my ass at that. That is not something that's likely to just go away,
Yeah, very.
And I'm already looking at it and I'm like, all right, I kind of got a choice here. How do I want to handle this? Because I've got other things that are coming up, but I really need to stay knuckled into my schooling,
Yeah.
I want to take the summer semester, but I'm almost halfway. Like, I don't know if I should this year, but I want to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to take it because I want to stay on top of everything. So I've got a bunch to really kind of keep in mind. But I've also got the court battle going on.
Yeah. And
So
that is very important.
I got to think about that too. Oh boy. Okay.
What's up, TJ?
Well, evidently, Governor Abbott has ordered heightened patrols around the major cities here recently because of what happened last week, or
Okay.
rather, last weekend, if I remember correctly. Because we did have a mass shooting last weekend in Austin.
Okay.
I know that's very rare. It turned out the shooter was an Iranian naturalized citizen.
Okay. So, like, sleeper cell, are we thinking?
It's kind of where the thought process has been going with this.
Okay.
Now, of course, when that occurred, you got every Texan just standing up going, kill them all, kill them all, kill them all. Well, no, that's not the solution.
Yeah.
But I understand where Governor Abbott is at. Now, he killed, last count was 3, injured like 15. There was a bunch in critical. Let me bring this up again. All right. Okay. This is actually from KVUE earlier today. Says that now they have 18 people that were shot in the West 6th Street shooting. 2 remain in the hospital. 3 have died. A 19-year-old, a 21-year-old, and a 30-year-old.
Okay.
The assailant drove a black Cadillac SUV when he began firing a semi-automatic pistol at people outside the bar. Then he stopped near 6th and Wood Street and opened fire with an AR-15 style rifle at a pedestrian before walking up the street towards one of the local bars. Officers located him. He fired at the officers. They dropped him. No prior criminal interaction with him. Mental health call in New York involving him in 2022, where he was given mental health resources but not taken into custody.
Okay.
18 people were struck by the gunfire. Which is an increase from the previous 16. And the 3rd victim recently moved to Austin and died at the hospital. 2 are still hospitalized, with 1 still in critical.
Okay.
This is insane. The biggest reason I say it's insane is because if you look at state of Texas history and kind of where we're at and what happens around here, this does not happen in the central part of the state ever. You may hear about it around Houston. You may hear about it around Dallas. You may hear about it around El Paso, but you do not hear about this kind of thing in Austin or San Antonio on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And the last time anything like this occurred was Uvalde. Which Uvalde is not far from here. It's about an hour and a half. But again, that was before I moved. And I moved in January of 23. I moved here.
Yeah.
Uvalde was what? Early 22?
I believe so.
And there has not been anything like that since Uvalde in the central part of the state. Now, I mean, you have your drive-bys, your gang violence, you have shit like that. You have lots of burglary, trespass. Hell, we even have a drunk guy that likes to try to take a swing at bartenders. He's still in the country club, by the way.
Okay.
But somebody to get out and open fire with that kind of a weapon in the central part of the state is very, very rare.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit that somebody who does that, and I don't personally believe in coincidence. Hostilities begin between the U.S. and Iran. Suspect is of Iranian descent who moved here from Iran.
Yeah.
And lived peacefully and everything's fine. But then when hostilities begin, he walks into the capital of Texas, 6 blocks away from the actual Capitol building, one of the hottest spots in the city, and starts opening fire?
Well, he didn't just come over and lived peacefully. He also became a citizen.
Yes.
Like, whole process of naturalization.
Which is not easy.
Yeah.
And then he comes in and opens fire? In downtown Austin, opens fire.
Yeah.
No record. One mental health call in New York 4 years ago? And not even deemed worthy enough to hook him up and take him in? Like, here's some services that you can call?
Well, I guess I would need more information as to the mental part of it. Was it for violent acts, or was it?
Hell, for all we know, it was for chronic masturbation.
Could have been. The only thing he was going to fire off with was his crank.
Well, and I mean, at this point right now, I'm sure he's up there checking out his 72 male virgins going, this is not what Allah promised.
Yeah. It's funny how that worked, huh?
Well, I guess you got screwed on that deal, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Ask for specifics next time.
That's what I'm saying is I'm like, this is not an easy thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Or an easy thing to look at. Now, on the flip side of the coin, I think Governor Abbott's just jumped on it and handled it right where he should. He's trying to force the feds out.
Okay.
But I do know the ATF is trying to investigate, but they've got to walk through the Texas Rangers on this one.
Yeah.
The Rangers are all about it. They are all over it.
Okay.
All right. He has mobilized National Guard. Not much, but enough to back up the police.
Okay.
Heightened patrols in high areas over the weekends and, in the evenings. Like high traffic areas. They're keeping an eye on shit.
Yeah.
So I got to give the governor credit where it's due. He's doing what he can.
Yeah, because I could totally see the federal government using this situation as a reason to swarm the state with ICE.
Yeah, and Governor Abbott's like, no.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to pull that. We've got the Texas Rangers, okay?
Yeah.
Probably one of the best investigative bodies in the United States, and we have them right here. So, no,
Yeah.
We don't need ICE coming in and causing a stink. We don't need the FBI walking in here and causing a bigger stink. We don't need the ATF raising their ugly heads. We need to just go ahead and handle this is a Texas incident. We need to handle it in house. Let our people do it. And I think that's kind of the approach Abbott's trying to take with it.
Yeah.
Now let's add a little bit to this.
Okay.
Of course, this happens. Now we get a little further down the week, and now we get the report today that, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noemi has been relieved of her duties by the president.
You said duty. Sorry.
She no longer has to wipe after a duty. She could be like Steve.
Yep.
Doesn't have to wash her hands either.
Yep.
But no, she has been relieved. I don't know if she's been fired or not. I don't understand how I haven't gotten that whole process down, how that works with with someone who has to be confirmed by the Senate.
Yeah.
And I'm actually probably going to sit down and talk to my government professor about that because I am a little murky on that.
Yeah. Clarification clearly needed.
Yeah. I mean, does she have to be released by the Senate, or if Trump says you're fired, that's just it, get out?
Yeah. And that could set a precedent from here on out. If a president does not like who's in,
correct,
you're gone.
Correct. I mean, that could be a very dangerous precedent that gets set.
Yeah.
Of course, this I dug up an old TV show. We'll talk about this for a good laugh, And I'm sure you guys all have some different TV shows, and please put them in the chat room. Different older TV shows that you liked. I dug up an old one, and I'm like, it's good, yet it's still very fucking cheesy from the 80s. And I've had it on the last 2 days on my big screen.
Okay.
With the talking black Trans Am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, I did. I got a kick out of Knight Rider. I still do. But it was so fucking cheesy sometimes. You're like, really?
Remember, the point was entertainment, not, fact.
I mean, why the hell was David Hasselhoff in the late 80s during that show still wearing fucking bell bottoms?
Because he could pull it off. Or maybe they didn't have the budget for him to wear something else.
It might have been it. They didn't have a budget for him to update his clothes.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, the star of the show was not David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
It was not anybody else. The star of the show was the fucking car.
Yeah, it was.
Kit was the star of the show. And anybody can argue that with me, and I'm going to come right back to it. That show did not happen without that car. The car was the star of the show.
Yeah.
You look at... Now, I could say, if I look back and I look at, like, the Dukes of Hazzard. Okay, here's another old show, right? Well, in the Dukes of Hazzard, it was Daisy Duke's butt that was the star of the show.
Yeah. Or her shorts, whichever.
Or shorts, whatever. Whatever showed off her leg. That was the star of the show.
Yeah.
You look at the A-Team. Okay, that core group, those four, that was your show. And whatever they might get into every week.
Yeah.
Airwolf. The star of the show was the fucking helicopter. Oh, you can sit there and watch it and pay attention to the story. And Airwolf is actually one that I've honestly got to say, it still holds up.
Okay.
especially that first season. That first season was more spy games, espionage, really dark. It holds up fantastic. Second season was still really good, but started dipping into more like we're crime fighters. Third season, again, had a kind of a back and forth with it. Fourth season, they got rid of everybody and the show went to hell.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to invest the money to keep it going with the original group.
Yeah, it's cheaper to bring in new hires.
So they fired everybody, moved it to USA, and shit canned the whole show. But the star of the show was the helicopter.
Yeah.
Miami Vice. Now, as everybody knows, probably one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Miami Vice.
Yes. Very apparent.
Don Johnson, Philip Michael Thomas relationship was the core of that show. Those two being partners, that was the core of your show. And it was, all right, here's Philip Michael Thomas after he moved there from New York, blending into Miami and still wide-eyed, just having this great time doing the job. But on the other side, you had Don Johnson's character, who by the time the series started, he was already starting to get burned out on it. But that was your core. Crockett and Tubbs was your core. That was it. They were obviously the stars of the show. You saw that. So it's kind of funny when you look back at like these 80s shows. Look at all of them. All right. So the ones that were the most popular back then. You look at Airwolf. Yeah, the helicopter was the star. It wasn't the people. It was everybody waited for the lady,
Mm-hmm.
Everybody waited for Airwolf to come out and kick ass. Knight Rider. Obviously, the Kit was the star of the show.
Yeah.
The A-Team, all right? That group. That was those four were your stars. The show held up. Miami Vice, again, Crockett Tubbs, that was your stars. And Dukes of Hazzard was Daisy Duke's butt.
Yeah.
So, but, and like Dukes was a little different because it was like the fun. It was like the fun cousin, like this is the cousin you go to hang out with and drink and do, see what kind of trouble you get into.
Yeah. I think everyone would like to get into a little bit of fun with Daisy.
Oh, yeah. Right. Not the Jessica Simpson version. She was too fucking ditzy.
Admit it, if she came up to you, you'd still lay her.
I know, because I don't want to be shot. I don't want to be castrated in my sleep and then wake up to see her dipping my balls in gold and turning them into earrings. And she'd fucking do it. Because she'd be like, you ain't gonna touch me with that. That's been a Jessica Simpson. No way. We all know how dirty Jessica Simpson is. Jessica Simpson's one step above a hooker. Well, maybe a half a step.
Yeah.
But still very hooker adjacent.
Hooker adjacent.
Yes. Well, I mean, you look at the early 2000s. This is getting more into your generation. Look at the early 2000s. You had two female artists that stood out above everybody else. There was Christina Aguilera, and there was Spear Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at those two back in their prime, Christina was pretty much the blatant whore. You knew it. She was all about getting sex. And Brittany kind of tried to play more of that passive slut.
Yeah, that innocent schoolgirl, but still a slut type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But she eventually grew out of that and just went full-blown slut.
Yeah.
Then she went to the Wax Shack, you know? But I mean, that was kind of like, that was that era.
Yeah. It was.
You know, and I look at that and I think about it and I'm like, it's amazing what I've seen from, you know, I was born in 80. I'm Gen X. And it's amazing when I look from my life, all of the 80s, all of the 90s, all of the 2000s. Now we're all of the 2010s. Now we're in the 20s.
Yep. And we're over halfway through that.
And we're over halfway through the 20s. And I'm like, the different shifts that I've seen in society in almost 50 years is insane. Like, I remember having nuclear bomb drills in school because, we were afraid that, you know, Gorbachev was going to push the button. I remember sitting there and watching TV and hearing Reagan, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall. I remember that. I remember when Putin was elected, or not Putin, but Yeltsin was elected.
Yeah.
I remember the Berlin Wall coming down. I remember watching CNN, which was relatively new, and watching the missile strikes on Iraq and the return fire from Iraq. The Scuds.
Yeah.
We watched that on CNN. I remember when Larry King was young.
Okay, that's before our time, TJ.
I mean, I remember when Larry King was like in his 40s.
That's about the time he applied for Crypt Keeper.
I remember when Jay Leno, Jay Leno's hair, but
yeah.
I remember when he had more hair and it was his natural color.
Yeah. And not silver.
I remember when Letterman caught the pencil on accident. Because remember, he always threw his pencils. He'd never catch them. And I remember he flipped one up and he caught it. And he's like, I got it. What? I mean, I used to watch Letterman all the time. I remember when SNL was good.
Yeah. With the original crew.
Well, now it's so politicized.
It is.
I remember when it was good. I'm Bob Swirsky here for Bill Swirsky's Bears Super Fans.
And I remember cheeseburger.
Oh, God, yeah.
John Belushi.
Bears.
Mm-hmm. And your
How many heart attacks does that make for you? Not that be an even Baker's dozen, dear Bob.
And when they had Ditka on the show.
Good old Ditka.
Yeah.
But no, it's just I remember when people were not offended so easy by a joke.
Yeah.
I mean,
when it wasn't wrong to laugh.
Yeah, it wasn't that wasn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember a guy that had a higher pitched voice that was very popular on local radio, and everybody he worked with called him gay and he'd get upset about it. But
Mhm.
it was a fucking joke.
Yeah. Even he knew it and he fed into it.
There was even another show that he was on that they created a whole voice synthesizer thing to have a fake him that was extremely flamboyantly gay. That fake him was so gay that it made Elton John look straight. Said he was going to go take his vacation at the prison. You know, it's like, what the no, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I made fun of Rage unmercifully for years. I actually got told you can't make fun of him like that, and I'm like, why not?
Yeah. Like he was your friend, he knew, but he also gave it back.
Because it'll hurt his feelings. What feelings? Do you know this guy? I know this guy. Trust me, he don't have any feelings. It'll hurt his feelings.
When did feelings become so fucking fragile?
I don't know.
I miss it. I miss those times.
It's like there was. When did it become such a bad thing to admire a girl in a bikini? That like you've got to be careful when you're at the beach even these days because you're like, oh man, I can't look. All right,
Well,
now
it's either you whistle at the pretty girl in the bikini and she gets offended because you whistled at her, or it ends up being someone who identifies as a female. And
or
you just don't know.
or she presses charges for sexual harassment.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we're at. And I mean, there are a lot of things that stay in here.
Yeah.
People do not need to know. Because if I ever unlocked my brain and actually started saying everything I'm thinking,
You'd get canceled really quick.
oh yeah,
Everywhere.
yeah. And I don't get me wrong, and I'm not one of these people that's going to sit here and go, one side is fully correct or the other side is fully correct. As all of you know, that's not me.
Yeah.
There are things that I will look up and I will say, Trump has done okay. Okay. Not great. Okay.
Yeah.
There are things that I will also turn around and say, but the Democrats have a better stance on it. And that's where I stand. I don't land on one side or the other. I'm a down the middle common sense type of person.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't make sense to me by the common sense level, then what the hell are we doing it for?
Yeah.
I don't care how somebody identifies. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't care about who somebody's attracted to. I don't care about it's not my business, and it does not affect me or my home.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me, you know, so, what happens if a woman that identifies as a man walks in to use the fucking bathroom while I'm taking a piss? What do I care?
Bathroom. Yeah. It's not like you're having a measuring contest at the urinal.
Unless that individual walks in and then sits down on the urinal like fucking Kingpin with a newspaper, what do I care? Now, if it turns out to be somebody walking in trying to cut off dongs, well, that's assault. Arrest them.
Yeah.
That's what laws are there for. Fucking use them.
I know, right?
Oh, wait, this is Texas. Depending on where I'm at, I might shoot them. And kind of like Tommy on Land, man. If I shoot him, it's straight to the fucking morgue. Won't be an ER visit. I'm going to take care of the problem right then and there. Yes, Jeff, you are correct, as I recall, that Steve was dog slapped.
Yeah. By his ex's lover.
Yeah. I didn't know that was a way to clean off the dong as you're running out. The soon-to-be ex-husband shows up, so you use the ex's body to clean your dong off running out of the door. I think that might have been what was going on there.
Yeah.
Steve's been dong slapped, and I wonder if he's about to get his nuts clipped.
Oh. Only his girlfriend really knows for sure.
Well, and that's if she wants to go ahead and break out the hedge trimmers and get to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and with that being said, hey, thank you guys for sticking with us tonight. Adam is on the road and he's handling some stuff up north. I have got a shitload of work to get done. But I wanted to do an hour and check in and see everybody. So Adam, do you have any final thoughts tonight?
Stay safe out there. There's stuff going on. Just stay safe.
Well, and remember, everybody, a good defense is not throwing your poo at somebody as if you're a monkey.
Yes.
It may gross somebody out for a little bit, but it's not going to keep them from shooting at you.
Yeah.
I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. For those like me, where next week I go on to spring break, I hope you guys have a blast during that. I am going to try to get a jump on some of the work that I have coming up over the course of that week. Take advantage of it to actually get things done for school. Everybody, we're going to bail out of here. Take care. God bless. We'll see you on Sunday. Have a good night. I'm TJ and this Adam, and this has been Amigos After Dark.
Good night, everybody.